Good day, everybody. It's Chris Doherty. I'm here to talk to you about training episode 1, which is agency disclosure, or what they call the Massachusetts mandatory disclosure relationship that you are supposed to have with your client. This is a really quick video to give you an overview of what we call agency relationship, which is important in Massachusetts and in the United States in terms of making sure that we let clients know who we represent and what our duties and obligations are once we take on somebody to represent them. So, a couple of quick pointers. The first is, the very first thing you do when somebody engages you in a conversation about real estate in a professional way is to immediately provide them with the mandatory agency disclosure. That is Massachusetts law. So, quick thing, if somebody calls you online and they want to meet you at a property and they want to see a property, the first thing that you must do is give them the agency disclosure. Now, they don't have to sign it, you just have to give it to them. You can say to them, hey, you don't have to sign this if you don't want to, but I need to do this by law, and I want to just explain what it is, and it's not a contract, but I'm just letting you know who I am and what my role is, okay? The second thing is that when you get the agency disclosure, and if they don't sign it, you need to make sure you check the bottom that says that you presented it to them and that you did not want to sign it. And normally what I'll do after that is I might email it to them and say, hey, here's the agency disclosure that I gave you. I know you didn't want to sign, but you can have it for your record, so I know that I'm covered in the event that there's ever an issue. The second thing about the agency disclosure is that there are 2 questions on the disclosure. And on the disclosure, they're asking you if you alone represent somebody or if your entire office represents somebody. That's going to depend on the specific facts and circumstances of the case. So if you're a buyer's agent and you're the only person in the office and it's an outer office transaction, then you would be the only, then your whole office could do it if you wanted to have the representation, because there will not be a conflict. But let's say it's an inner office transaction, and so your listing agent is in your office and your buyer's agent is in your office. Well, in that case, you would want to make sure that you have it as only you are representing the client, so that there's a Chinese wall between you and the other agent, so that you both are not working in coordination, but that you're working on your client's behalf separately. Okay? And so the message is pretty simple. The first thing you need to do is agency disclosure. It's the first step in every deal. You give it to the client. You can say, hey, you don't have to sign this, but I have to do this by mass law. I'm going to be representing you as a buyer's agent. If you go to the back of the form, you can say this is what a buyer agent's duties and responsibilities are, which you'll remember from your licensing course, which is confidentiality, obedience, duty, loyalty, and follow lawful instruction and proper disclosure. So I hope that helps. A quick training segment on agency relationship. Make sure every time that you meet with somebody face to face and you have the opportunity, the first thing you do is give them the agency disclosure. Have a great day. I'll talk to you.